The martial arts are supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be hard. Let's talk about it. Hello, everybody. My name is Sensei Anthony. Thank you for coming to the Real Karate Podcast. And I would like to speak on the fact that the martial arts has become far too watered down. Now, I started martial arts in 1979. I'm a second generation martial artist. My father came up in the blood and guts era. So, I'm not going to say that things have to be the way they were then, because in retrospect, they probably could have and should have changed some things considering American culture overall. But, and this is especially to my young friends, the martial arts should be hard. Originally, this was created as a war art. This was a way to protect your life. So if you're wondering about how hard you should train, you should be asking yourself in that mindset, how much do you want to live? It was that serious. It wasn't something that they did with badminton and piano, and then they also have, music class. No, this was to save your life. And I still believe that you should have that in your mind. Can I use these in a way that may save my life one day? And that's how I look at it, right? And more to a different point, anything that you want to get good at, you're going to have to work hard for, okay? Now, if you like to play the trumpet, you can practice and practice and practice. But if you're not practicing with the focus on really gaining that skill, you're just practicing. It's like walking at your regular speed, but you want to improve your cardiovascular fitness. You got to up the tempo. You got to pump your arms. You have to do something with the goal. In the martial arts world, in today's society, some people think, well, your life really isn't in danger like that anymore. Well, that's why life is full of surprises. And I don't hope that on any of you guys. But you need to train like you have a purpose. Remember, the life that you're saving might not be your own. It might be your mom's in their older years. It might be your children. It might be your significant other. Heck, it might be yours. Your life is enough to be worth your life is worth enough to fight for hard, okay? So train hard. In the old days, standard, you did kata, the choreographed movement, kihon, the application of those movements, and kumite, sparring. Classes were an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours long. They would throw anywhere between, they often threw 1,000 kicks per class, 2,000 punches, because that's what it takes to get excellent at something. That's what it takes to excel. Malcolm Gladwell had a little miniature revolution in thinking when he wrote the tipping point. And his point was you need either 10,000 hours, 10,000 reps, or 10 years to get truly good at something, to master a skill. In the old days of martial arts classes, if they threw 1,000 kicks and 2,000 punches for class, and they went to class 3 or 4 times a week, they surpassed that in a month. The idea of what it takes to be good at something is radically skewed in this country. For you kids out there, when you see Donnie Yen, Jackie Chan, whatever martial artist, you see doing low high kicks and spinning back kicks and all that, first of all, that's on TV or a movie. It takes them several takes, up to hundreds of takes, for them to get that right. Just that it looks right. So even the experts often can't do that thing that you're talking about right the first time. It takes hard work. It takes hard work. It takes focus. It should be hard. We don't do participation trophies in my academy. If you work hard and earn a trophy, and then all the other people get trophies, how is their accomplishment any different than yours? How is their effort any different than yours? To my young friends, if you want to stand out, do the amount of work that other people call crazy. Oh man, that's crazy, I'm not doing that. That's what it takes to be good at something. When I took martial arts as a kid, I lost all the time because the people that were there were better than me at the time. That's just how it works. You know what you do? You work harder. You don't like the result of something? Do everything you can to change that outcome by virtue of your effort. You can never determine the outcome of something. The one thing you have control over is how hard you train for it, how well you conditioned yourself for it, how much you focused on an objective. It's supposed to be hard. Nowadays, they're giving little kids black belts, and these kids can defend themselves from someone their own age, much less someone slightly bigger, slightly stronger, or a lot bigger, or a lot stronger. And that's what martial arts were developed for. It was to give you a fighting chance against someone who had significant advantages. I don't want to hear you talking about competition. I hear people say all the time, oh, well, if karate is so great, why don't you see it in MMA? First of all, you do. They call it kicks, punches. To my point, self-defense and sport competitions are not the same thing. I probably wouldn't knock down a 400-pound man in one punch, but I guarantee if I stick my fingers in his eyes that he's going to react. That's self-defense. Train for the worst case scenario so that you're prepared for everything else. It should be hard. You should be sweating when you leave class. Your legs should be shaky. Your arms should be heavy. All of that stuff. Because like I tell my kids, if you want to turn coal into diamond, you need heat, you need time, and you need pressure. If you leave your classes smelling daisy fresh, you haven't accomplished any of those things except maybe the time. It takes heat, it takes pressure, it takes discomfort. Otherwise, everybody could do it. These days, the reason a lot of martial arts traditionally aren't respected is because they've been watered down to the point where it's not that difficult to achieve rank, to achieve black belt status, right? Look at any art in the United States. Almost all of them have been affected and been watered down to fit the appetite of Americans. Think about that. That's like the whole world saying, okay, let's have a race, but we're going to give you a head start because we know that we're faster than you are. A little insulting to me. But the point is, let's make this thing hard. Let's bring it back. In my school, I've lost students because I didn't promote fast enough. I wasn't intentionally not promoting. I wasn't sandbagging them. I wasn't intentionally keeping them from achieving their goal. But we have standards. And it's the lack of standards that are trashing the United States martial arts scene right now. It's not even recognizable in comparison to even the early 90s, much less the 80s, 70s, and 60s when martial arts was really at its most respected. So let's bring that back. Martial arts, train hard. Musical instrument, train hard. Whatever you do, train hard. Do this thing with the focus. Do this thing with the purpose. Otherwise, find something else to do. It's okay to do things for recreation, but don't engage in something like a martial art, kind of, sorta, and then expect to be able to do the things that your instructors do, knowing that they trained harder than you, knowing that they push themselves further than you do, right? If you want excellent results, you need to work harder than everybody else. That's the one thing you can control, how hard you train. That's it. No magic, no fluff. Train when people aren't watching. Train when there's no one to give you kudos or to pat you on the back and tell you what a great job you did. Train like nobody's watching, because the excellent people train regardless of their situation. And that's my mini rant for you kids out there. So thank you for listening. I'll see you guys next time. If you like what you heard, please, I'm trying to build this community up. Hit like and subscribe, notification bell. Like I said, I'm going to be posting at least once a week, but I'm going to try to do 2 or 3. No promises, but for sure I'll get that one in. And the most important thing, of course, is to please be kind to yourselves and each other. I'll see you next time.